Hey vlog, what up? It's been a while. I've been just really busy this past week, so I haven't vlogged in a while. But exciting news. I finished my bullet journal. Look at her. It's bussin'. But for real, it's about to like break open. I'm really worried about it, but I've had this for a year and I finished it. And I'm gonna go through it on here because I'm really proud of it. So yeah. Okay, let's go. I'm probably just gonna show like the highlights. You can see how much my style has changed. But here's the beginning. Look how cute. August. I did like some drawings and stuff. Pride and Prejudice and Emma. My first movies. This was a page for Megan. I told her if Bayern won the Champions League, they'd get a page. And they did, so yay them. I love this one. I love this one so much. My Broadway Men. Chef's Kiss. And the Broadway Women, which this actually might be one. It's a contender for my favorite page in the book. We'll see as we go through which one is actually my favorite. Okay. Taylor Swift. This is when I started to get a little artsy, you know, Harry, One Direction. Then I did all of Fine Line, which I actually love, so I'll show all these. But like Watermelon, Adore You, Lights Up. I love the cherry page. It's so cute. Falling. To Be So Lonely. She. Sunflower. Canyon. Trivial with Kindness, baby. Fine Line. But then this was an Alabama page because I really love Alabama football. Oh, this is when I started doing TV shows I watched. That of all the time, movies. That of all the time, The Boys. Julie and the Phantoms, my love. October, I did things I was grateful for, or like a highlight of my day for every month. So it's kind of fun. Oh, this is when we went to the Gorge. Julie and the Phantoms, Pages, Luke, Reggie, Julie. Halloween. This is when my friends dressed up every day of the week. This is like kind of a scrapbook, but like also bullet journal, but we about to get into the good stuff. Dawson. November, my highlights. I didn't do much in November. I was busy. That was when finals were. Now, this is when we start getting into the books. December. More books. Oh, I love this page. I did like my Spotify Wrapped. And I just like the colors. Love this book. Now here is where, this right here is where I decided, it was Christmas time. Classes were over. I had lots of time to kill. And I decided to go on the like ripped page aesthetic. And my journaling really took off from here. But also, the journal also got really thick from here because you'll see. So anyway, I started with The Marauders because, oh, I remember. It was because I had just read All the Young Dudes, which is a like 500,000 word fan fiction about the Marauders, Harry Potter, which is my favorite aspect of Harry Potter, and I was absolutely obsessed with it at this time. So this is what that was, and I did a page of All the Young Dudes, and this is another contender for best page. I'll have to do like a top 3. But this is definitely one of them. I just love this so much, and it's beautiful. And then I did Taylor Swift because this is actually really funny. I did Folklore and I had this printed out and I was excited to do it. And then literally like the day I was working on this is when she announced Evermore was coming out the next day. So I was like, wow, am I a psychic? Then I did Harry, Ron, Hermione, Luna. Oh, I skipped one. Now we're in 2021. This is an ongoing. I'm doing a year of pixel. Every day I color in a different pixel for how I'm feeling that day. And so this I'll have to keep. I'm not done, obviously, because the year's not over. But I ran out of bullet journal pages. My goals. Here we go. This is my reading log. This is another ongoing thing. So my reading statistics. So I fill in how many books I've read, pages, yada yada yada. I really popped off in May. That was kind of crazy. But yeah. Oh, I finished reading the Throne of Glass series, and I was obsessed with it, so I did one for every book, all 7, and this took a while, but Throne of Glass, oh no, Throne of Glass, found the second one. If you've read these books, you'll understand, I took forever going through Pinterest to find, like, aesthetic pictures for this, and gluing all of these quotes and cutting them out literally took forever, like, yeah, I would say that, like, all of these pages, like, not just the Throne of Glass, but, like, all of the, like, collage pages that I do take about 2 hours a page. Dead Poets Society, Sarah made me watch this. I sobbed, had to make a page. Dairy Girls, I watched this, had to make a page. Mamma Mia, this was a Hannah suggestion. But again, Moulin Rouge, this was Sierra's suggestion. And then I did all the Star Wars because I went to Disney World and me and my friends were rewatching all the Star Wars movies, so I got back in my obsession. And I really love all the little quotes. And I really love, this is like the like stereotypical like little poster thing, but I like doing those because it has like the title and the information for all the movies. I don't like sand. What an iconic quote. The best movie. Hello there. New Hope. Yada yada yada. Great, great, great. Not as great, but still good. Oh. Rise of Skywalker. The worst quote in Star Wars, but I had to put it. It's too funny not to. They're in February, and then in 2021, I did my playlist for each month at the end of the month. So I did like based on like my Spotify stats, the most listened to songs for that month, and it's really fun to see like how it changes. So this month was my Star Kid obsession, as you see, and I think February has a lot of those too. And of course, One Direction, Driver's License came out February. This is my favorite superhero, Spider-Man, my love. Had to do a page for these. I would do all the Marvel, maybe I'll do all the Marvel movies at some point, but that would also be a lot of work. So for now, I just have Spidey. Here's my February playlist. Lots of Taylor. This one's pretty similar to the January. I love this page. Just my little March one. Then I started doing habit tracker. So I had many days of exercise, eating healthy, water, wash my hair, reading, and no spending. I read every single day in March. So cool. And then I also did like hydrate or dihydrate. Tracked how much water I drank drinking. This is when, okay, my friends at school say that I have bladder cancer because I had to pee so much. I do not have bladder cancer. But this is because I started tracking how much water I drank. And I try to drink over 60 ounces a day. And I have every single day since March 1st. But when I started drinking more water, I also had to pee more. So this is the real reason, not my bladder cancer. This was when WandaVision ended. Now this page, I am sad because I had to print it out at school. And so my printer wasn't very good. So the page is kind of not the best. But WandaVision deserves all the hype. And Cinderella and Beauty and the Beast because me and Megan had a movie marathon of those two because we're obsessed with those movies. My March playlist. Now this is when Megan introduced me to 5 Seconds of Summer, and it took over my playlist, as you can see. Like, this was all my stats. And this is when we finished Game of Thrones. So this is we finished Game of Thrones at the end of March. So April bullet journal is, I was like having to cope with not having Game of Thrones to watch anymore. So I put all my energy into my bullet journal. So I have my April habit tracker. It has all the little like house things, and I love it. I love it so much. I'm House Stark, my faves. But I did. Okay. So these are my top 10 characters. No, I will not apologize for any of these. yes, I am in love with that man. But yeah, and then I also have, so this is something me and my friends did when we were watching Game of Thrones, is, so, like, most of my friends had already seen it, but 2 of us had not. But at the end of every season, we would do, like, our top 10 and our bottom 10, and we would see how that changed as we were watching it. And some of my friends had very, very strong opinions. I don't think there's anything too controversial about here. I mean, maybe Jaime being my 3rd favorite is a little questionable, but I stand by it. Here's my bottom 10. If this man is not your least favorite character, what are you doing? Yeah, again, Ollie, that my friends make fun of me for hating him so much, but if you know, you know. This girl, Talissa, I just never liked her. But all the others, if they're not in your bottom 10, what are you doing? And then I did every season, and I worked on these pages at night on my little desk, and I put so much work into them, but I think they turned out really good. So it's like, again, if you know, you know. There are some spoilers, I think, though. So if you haven't seen Game of Thrones, skip ahead a little bit. Oh, it's stuck. Season 4. Oh, I sob. Season 4 and Season 6, I think, are my 2 favorites. Jaime Lannister looks so good in Season 5. This is when I started simping for that man. Season 6 is so good. 7, 8. Hot take. I liked the ending of Game of Thrones. I know people hate it. I thought it was good. Moving on. Now we're in April. This was my April playlist. Mostly 5 Sauce with some Taylor and Dua Lipa. I love my May page. My May habits, again, this was when me and my friends were in our Marvel movie marathon, so that was the May theme, and I ranked all the movies after we rewatched them all, so y'all can enjoy that. These were my, like, personal favorites, not, like, objective. Like, it's definitely subjective, but yeah. I really love on this how you can see, like, I think my favorite thing about my bullet journal is that it's, like, I can see, like, in each, as I go through time, like, what my obsession was for that time, which changes a lot, but I really like it. It's, like, documenting my life. I don't know. This is when Shadow and Bone came out. This show is amazing. The books are amazing, too. And this is, I actually was gonna do, I had Shadow and Bone, the TV show, and then I had the cast, but I accidentally skipped a page, so I did a Nikolai page in the middle for Sarah. This is Sarah's favorite fictional character. One of my favorite fictional characters. A great king. We love him. Ready for him in season 2. Anyway, here's the cast of Shadow and Bone. Now we begin the 5 Sauce pages, and all of these, I think, tie for, like, this is definitely my favorite section, and I think it's just because I've worked on this for so long. When you do 206 pages, you get good at this point. So yeah, here's Luke. I love him. Callum. Ash. And Michael. Again, shout out to Megan for getting me obsessed with these boys. And then I did one for each album with, like, pictures from that era. I have, like, some stats, the track list. So good. Youngblood. I love the aesthetics. Calm. So cute. And then my May playlist. A little more diversity. Actually, no. It's all 5 Sauce and Taylor. And then June. We're getting close to the end. This one I'm not done with yet because it is June 21st, so I'm not technically done yet, but I had to fill this in still. Now okay, so my favorite book series of all time is the Percy Jackson's Hero of Olympus series, and I reread those. I reread them every summer, but I always get back in my obsession with them in the summer because, I mean, my obsession never really leaves, but the past few weeks I've been really back in them, so I finally give them the pages they deserve. So I did all the 7. So there's Annabeth, this is my favorite fictional character of all time. I love my queen Annabeth. Percy, Seaweed Brain, Leo, Frank, and this is the order of how much I like them. Hazel, Jason, and Piper. I hate Piper, but I had to put her. And then I ran out of pages. But in my next bullet journal, so stay tuned, I'm gonna do Nico, of course. Do not worry. Nico is an icon. He will get pages. Then I'm gonna do all the books because I love them. But there's the end, and then here's my page for my June playlist, but June's not technically over yet, so I'll have to fill it in as I go. But yeah, there's the bullet journal. Ah!